Yeah.
Gonna read The Exorcist. We're live
I'm
now.
gonna.
Hi.
Hello, kiddies. I'm gonna read you tonight. I'm gonna read you The Exorcist.
I would
How
listen
do
to you read The Exorcist.
how do we know we're live? I can't. I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Um,
Oh, there's
it
a
says
box in the
live in
corner
the
that
top.
says live.
Yeah, in the top corner. Yeah, and here
Haha.
and
Yeah.
here we are. Here's YouTubeception.
Oh, we can be on the YouTubes as well.
We
Is
can
there any
we can
benefit to
discuss.
me having the StreamYard still open?
I wouldn't close it
Okay,
because I feel like you might go.
just disappear. Fair enough.
I also don't know. Hi, Amy. I don't know what happens if I accidentally, like, if for some reason my laptop died, which it won't, it's fully charged, but I don't know what would happen then. I don't know whether you'd just be on your own or if
No,
StreamYard
it
could
carries on
close.
because I had this at work once,
Oh,
and it left the other people in the thing, but I was hosting it. It carried on
okay,
going.
okay. Well, that's good
So.
to know at least that it doesn't just end and kick everybody out.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know how the YouTube link works, but I know when
Me
I've
neither.
posted these in the past. So
Um,
also, I don't know what's changed since I last used it. So.
are you reading The
I doubt it
Exorcist?
matters. I'm sure everything's going to be wonderful. Right, first sprint.
He's going straight in.
Northern Iraq, the blaze of sun wrung drops of sweat from the old
Oh,
man's brow as
it
he
actually
cupped his
starts like
hands
that in the
around the glass.
book.
Yes,
Oh, I didn't expect that.
the film is surprisingly faithful.
I didn't know that. Or
Um,
we probably have discussed it, but I feel that I didn't know or expect the book to start that way.
no, the prologue is Father Merrin in Iraq, and then it goes to Reagan and her mother in Georgetown. So
No way.
it's surprisingly, the film is surprisingly faithful. It just cuts a lot of additional stuff that I've been surprised to rediscover because I haven't read this in 20 years. I wouldn't have thought. So
Oh, well, I'm
so
glad.
there's
Are you
loads.
into
I am sorry,
it? It's okay.
get ahead of you. I am. There's loads of little subplots that I'm like, oh, that makes something in the film even more interesting. And I just haven't. I completely forgotten them. Weirdly, since I last read it in my tiny little mass paperback edition that I have upstairs somewhere that my mother bought me for Christmas
I need
one year.
to. Oh yeah, I do. I know. That's the edition I expected you to be reading, but I'm glad you're reading that one.
No, I'm reading the lovely folio one that you bought me because it's lovely.
Oh, it is a nice edition. I'm glad I
Also,
managed to
it's
get it
like
for you.
it looks more Jack and Ori, doesn't it?
It does look more Jack Norrie.
So, so I've
They're
got that. I
classic.
mean, I've got two other paperbacks. So I'm going to do. Assuming we do 3 sprints, I'm reading 3 different books. If we go
Oh,
to a
are
fourth,
you?
I might go and get some comics. It depends.
Oh, you're gonna do? Okay, you're gonna do different books per sprint. Maybe I'll do the same.
Well, no, you do you, baby. I've just got
Well, I'm
3 books
reading
on the
enough.
go, so I wanted to read 3 different books to try
Um,
and catch up a bit.
I'm reading enough. Although I don't know if I should be reading this on live live
Too
sprint.
spicy.
Amy, I started it. I did it. Jo said she felt awkward reading it in the staff room. Sorry, Jo, if you're here. Just exposed you. But I could do that. I have enough books. I could read this one sprint, and this another sprint, and this another sprint.
I've told you this is a complete off-topic story, but it's just made me think about Joe in the staff room. The I was working.
Alex! Sorry.
Oh well, no, that's I would assume everyone is watching Strictly tonight. Good on you, Alex. Enjoy. Let me know what happens because I'm way behind. Um, I have caught up
Sorry,
with
carry
Bake
on.
Off mostly, but no, I
Yay!
was working at Odeon Cinemas the day Kubrick's last film came out, which was Eyes Wide Shut, which
Yeah.
is like a psycho-sexual thriller type thing. And Bella, the old lady that worked at the kind of old woman who used to work in cinemas and doesn't now, and also the kind of woman who's called Bella, um, told me she was looking forward to that because it's one of them sexy films.
Oh, I remember you saying that. I remember you telling me this.
And
That's
for some reason,
that's
I
quite
just
amazing.
remembered that again with with your book. It's one of
With
them sexy books.
with this.
So yeah, it's one of them sexy books, isn't it? I know. So The Exorcist is not one of those sexy books. It is
Well,
one of those chilling books that you put in the freezer.
I do. I love how it hasn't come up on StreamYard yet, but Amy's just said it's definitely not safe for work. Although Joe was reading it at work.
I suppose it depends what you do for a living and how it
That's true.
affects you. I mean, in certain walks of life, I'm sure you could read it to the patrons and they would pay good money for that.
That's very true. I told this is gonna sound odd before I explain it. I told Matt and Dad that we were doing a live show together tonight
Oh, Jesus.
without really explaining that we're reading. Also, hi, welcome to the sprint. They were like, what are you doing on that live show? So I did announce to the room that I was going to go and do a live show with my darling boyfriend.
Oh.
And she got a look.
Well, could you imagine?
Just to confirm, everybody, we are reading tonight. Although you
Yes.
can use these as productivity sprints if you like.
Do whatever you want. I
Do
might
whatever you
go make
want.
a cup of tea during one of them.
I might also do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to go and eat dinner or make dinner.
I scoffed some food
Eat
before
dinner.
this. I also have some cookies over here if I want cookies.
Oh. All
Yeah.
over the Wicked Kitchen ones.
Yes, because that's all my little Tesco stocks. I swear there's less and less food for me around there as time goes on. It's so weird.
I'm glad you've tuned in for reading. Because that is what we're doing tonight. We are reading tonight, just to confirm. Me and Mark will be reading. I'm really sad that I found the Morrison's vegan cookies once when I was with Mitchell, and they were really good. Did I save them for you, or have you tried them?
I think I've had them. I'm not sure I've had them with you.
But
or I might be thinking of the Asda ones because they're pretty good.
Oh, I haven't had the Asda ones. I don't think I found those. But yeah, me and Mitchell found them, and they were just like, or like on a table as you go into Morrison's. They've got like the racks or like tables with donuts on. The rats, the racks.
Racks. Sorry, they don't have rats. Okay.
They don't have rats.
If Morrison's has rats, don't be buying food from there. So that's Sainsbury's in London.
Oh God. Anyway, yeah, they were on one of those like little tables, and then I've never seen them again. It makes me sad.
How often do you go to Morrison's? I suppose. I mean,
I went there yesterday.
Okay.
Well, maybe just the Burntwood one doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be based on size, isn't it? It's like my little Tesco getting less and less stuff.
I need to travel like 45 minutes to go and get cookies.
There's one up in the hills, isn't there, here?
Mm.
Otherwise, there's no Morrison's around here, is there?
Amy said she's working on something for my birthday.
Oh, I think that's my birthday. Oh, Tony.
Oh, I'm sorry. It only
10 months away.
I was gonna say like 1.5 months late.
Or that, yeah. Sorry, I was going next birthday.
My birthday is 1 week away.
1 week.
1 week. 1 week.
1 week. Less than 1 week, by right? It is less than 1 week.
A week today? Because it starts less than a week now.
Well, it's quite late on Saturday now, isn't it? So, yeah.
That's true.
Come on, you know how time works. Unless your birthday is not till past 7 next Saturday. If that's
I was going when I was born, and then I was like, no, I was born at lunchtime.
Ah.
Me and Matt were both born at lunchtime because apparently Mum thinks it's because we wanted lunch.
Yeah, that's legit. Yeah, I could get that. 11 in the morning on a Friday, I think. Me. So.
I think I was born on a Friday.
Oh. David Copperfield.
I'm gonna have to Google that.
What date was the actual day of your birth?
Yeah.
Is it David Copperfield that opens with for the record, let it be known that I was born on a Friday?
It is David Copperfield,
It is David Copperfield, yeah.
and I was born on a Friday.
Hey!
The day of the week was Friday. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it is David Copperfield because I can hear it in the film version, the personal history version.
Oh, I'd forgotten that existed. I wonder what
Yeah.
that watch is like now. I didn't particularly get on with it in cinema.
Did we see it together?
No.
Or did we
No,
just...
I do not believe we did. I
Did
can't
we see
imagine
it?
we would have gone to see it. I think it came
During
out before we were
breakfast,
together.
maybe? No. Did it? Oh,
I
hang
think it
on,
came
maybe
out
it
in
did. No, I think
late
maybe it did
2018 or
actually.
2019.
It's like early 2019.
Yeah, there you go.
I
I think I
think
saw it in Leicester Square. So
that.
that's, I think I saw it at Sydney World Leicester Square after work or around work or probably while I should have been in the office working.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it came out like February 2019 or something. But
Yeah, probably about right. I think it was
I
a big.
don't know who I saw it with or what particularly why I went. But
Yeah, I can't. I have a memory of being in Leicester Square, so I assume I saw it there. But yeah, I don't know who you would have gone with. I probably went on my own. So, but that was most films I snuck out of work to see. I remember the day I got really pissed off, and at 11 a.m. in the morning, I went, right, what's the PCC showing at 11 o'clock? And they were showing Cannibal Ferox, which is a horrible video nasty about some people who get lost in the jungle and killed by cannibals. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to see Cannibal Ferox. I went for a 3-hour lunch and went to see Cannibal Ferox on my own. I had the whole upstairs screen to myself. And then I just went back to work in a much better mood.
That's good. I'm glad.
That was like a Thursday or something in that job. So.
It came out on the 5th of September, 2019.
David Copperfield?
Which I am now thinking maybe I saw it with B.
Aha.
Which would make sense because I was also thinking I think I had a cinema pass then.
Okay.
I don't think I was just thinking I don't think I would have paid to go and see David Copperfield, paid for a ticket. So I think I had a cinema pass, and that would make sense.
Yeah, I could understand that. Unless it was, no, that was later, wasn't it? When you just like we went to see Ad Astra because time and cinema was right there. And you wouldn't have paid a ticket for that. No one should have paid a ticket for that. It was not very good.
That's a very good point.
Unless you enjoyed Ad Astra, in which case, good on you.
I'm glad somebody did.
Yeah, if you enjoy, if Ad Astra was your kind of film, then I've got some other films you should watch that are better. No offense to anyone.
That person wasn't me. That enjoyed
Bradley did a fine job in it. Bradley Pitt.
I had a cinema pretty much to myself. Anyway, yeah, we've done very well talking about our books. I am going to be reading Mina the Slayers, which is the second Mina and the Undead book. You're going to be reading The Exorcist.
I'm going to be reading The Exorcist.
At least for the first sprint.
If you like Amy McCall, she's doing sprints somewhere else right now, I believe.
She is, and I'm so sorry to Amy McCall that we are clashing with her sprints. Because I did actually message her and say I'm really sorry that we are clashing and we're both doing sprints for Spooks On.
Nip over to her sprints.
If anyone wants
to leave a comment that says the real party's over here.
It's like
no, I dare you. Somebody do that for me. No.
I'm not gonna make a French joke, even though I want to.
I already did about the book in the freezer. So.
Oh, that's true. I was just thinking about oh, that sounds cool. Creepy sci-fi arc. I haven't heard of that. The Immortality Thief.
Don't know. Sounds
probably
great.
Comes out next week. Does it possibly come out on the 13th? Because that is Super Thursday.
Oh, is that all the books?
It's all the books coming out on Super Thursday. It's usually just before my birthday. I was just gonna say, when they have that party for Rachel's birthday and one of the parents is in Monica's apartment and one's in Rachel's, and everyone wants to be in Rachel's, in Joey's, and everyone wants to be at Joey's. Anyway.
I do know this. Sorry, that was an ill-timed.
um, shall shall we read?
Yeah, was the I thought there was going to be an end to that Friends bit. What was that all about?
No,
Oh, because
no,
they're having
that's
Sprints and
because
we're
the
having Sprints.
party.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Because the
I think you
party.
started
I'm so
setting that up,
sorry.
and then I was like, "Where's this going? This is interesting." And then it went nowhere. And then you're right. Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
If a measure of success on sprints is how much reading you get done, we should probably do some reading.
We should probably do some reading. We're gonna
Mm.
read till 2:45.
Sure,
Maybe
I don't
half
know
an
what
hour.
time it is now.
It's 7:15 here.
Okay, half
Um,
an hour then.
half an hour. Sprint till 2:45 the hour. Okay. See you in a bit.
Okay, see you in a bit. Do I have to mute my
Hello.
Hello. I was just checking the time. I'm trying to put the time on the phone.
Ready.
And it can
I
be.
have like a paragraph left of this chapter.
I will be quiet so you can.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, everybody. Hi, Jess. Thanks for joining us. What are you reading tonight? And how did everybody do in that sprint? How did you do, Mark?
I'm that far in, so I don't know. I'd say a couple of chapters. They're quite long ones.
Marlene read 6%. That is good. That's a chunk. I feel like anything over 5% is a chunk. It's a good chunk.
Wait, how'd you work out a percentage?
Well,
That is
if you're
an
reading on
achievement.
Kindle, it'll tell you the percentage in the bottom corner.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, you're reading Caliban's War. Is that one of the oh my god, why has it gone out of my head? Who that's by? Yeah, it is one of the essay Corey ones. Are you enjoying it? I really want to read that series. Although I can't remember what the series is called right now either. Expanse series. Leviathan Wakes. I really want to read. Oh, House of Leaves is, I've heard, quite weird and creepy. Are you enjoying that? Yeah, I've heard. I think Gavin did a reading vlog of this, by the way. How to Train Your Gavin did a reading vlog where he read it drunk or drinking. Yeah, and apparently it's quite fucked up. So reading it when you're drinking is a lot. It's a really big book as well. Well, you did say that you were working on something, so then that's okay. Oh, that's cool. We have 2 people reading House of Leaves.
I don't even know what that is. So sorry.
It's I think it's horror. Like I think it classifies as horror. I've just heard that it's quite messed up.
That was the one Gavin did a read for, or that was
Yeah.
Caliban's
Yeah.
War? Okay.
No, that's the one Gavin did a reading log for was House of Leaves. Peru's project really likes Leviathan Wakes. She's been reading that series, the one with Caliban's War in it. I think Caliban's War's the second book. I think, yeah, book 2. It's a really long, like, space opera, which I would like to read at some point as well. But there's like 10 books in it or something, or more than that.
Right.
It's quite a long series.
What's the name Caliban from? Is it The Tempest?
Oh, there's 9 books in it. I don't know. Let me Google. Yeah,
Caliban is
you're
like,
right.
yeah, it was The Tempest, was it? I was about to say it's a character in something big. That's what I was thinking. It's one of those names that comes around it again and
Oh,
again.
that's good to know. I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but I've heard very good things about that series.
Is that the same Expanse that the TV show people tell me to watch is? Or
I think so, probably.
okay,
I think it has been made into a TV show. I think.
there is a TV show called The Expanse. I didn't know it was based on anything.
I didn't realise it was that old. Based on the novels of the same name by James S. A. Corey, yeah. I didn't realise. I think I've heard about it, but yeah, there you go. Yes.
Yeah.
And also, yes, starting a new long series is an investment, like both money-wise and the fact it's got so many books in it, and they're all very thick books. Is it a good adaptation? It's interesting. Oh, that's cool. Have they just done
It
the
was the
first book in the
one.
series?
the TV show got cancelled, right? And then
Oh, that's annoying.
Bezos, Bezos liked
Oh.
it enough that he bought the rights and carried on making it for
Oh.
Amazon because he wanted to see
Okay.
the rest of it. I believe that's how that goes. He basically
That's very
bought
funny.
himself more episodes of his favorite show,
That's
which is
funny.
weird. But yeah, he can afford that. Why not?
Yeah, just buy it out. Well, what was it originally on?
Sci-Fi Channel, I think.
Oh, okay. I feel like
Like, it wasn't a
I
massive show.
never put these two things together. Um, like I knew they both existed, and I just never thought about it enough.
The books and
Um,
the TV show.
yeah, to put them together. Oh, it's got 62 episodes now, apparently. Still going. Yeah, it was
Oh,
on
nice.
Sci-Fi originally, and then yeah, Amazon Prime series 4 to 6. So that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, imagine being so rich you can just order the show.
It's
Imagine
funny
if they
because
just like it got really shit though after that. Like imagine buying Arrested Development.
wow, Netflix did, I suppose.
And that's what I was thinking
Uh,
about.
but like, if Bezos just rang them and was like, "Make it better," like,
I want more of it and I want it
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Maybe that's what happened.
I wonder if he was a fan of the books.
Yeah, that's a good
Don't
point.
know
I
whether he
think
was
the
just
books
a
are
fan of
still
the show.
going. Like I think the books are still being written. I don't know if it's actually
Huh?
finished. I know that there's recently been a novella collection that's come out.
Go ahead.
There's 8. I think there's 8 books, and then the collection. I think
This is a big
Leviathan.
old series.
Yeah, it's quite. All the books are quite thick as well. Maybe it's finished at 8. I'm not sure. Yeah, how's The Exorcist so far? Are you enjoying it? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan
on a
anyway.
reread.
It is a reread, but it's many years since I read it the first time, and it's in this lovely boxed folio edition, folio society edition now, courtesy of yourself, the other Christmas or birthday or whatever it was. Yeah, there's so much more in it. I mean, it's been a long time since I read it, and I'm a very big fan of the film. It's one of the few films I've probably seen hundreds of times. Um, I've seen it multiple times in the same week before now. So like,
Yeah,
it is one of those things. I'll watch it 4 or 5 times a year, maybe, and as many times as possible in the cinema, which we have tickets for,
we
which
do.
are
I am now.
in my wallet.
I am feeling like I need to watch it again.
Well, that's good because we're going to in a couple of weeks.
I know. It's a good point, though.
But it's all the sideline stuff in the book that I've just had completely forgotten about. Like, Reagan had a younger brother who died,
Oh,
or there was another baby before Reagan, perhaps, depending on the timeline, and
interesting.
things like that. So Chris McNeil has this distrust of doctors going into it, which really adds something when
It
Reagan has to go for all the
does.
medical tests.
That it does, yeah. I was talking to Mitchell about that because he'd seen it, and he had somehow seen the first cut,
Okay,
and then we were talking about it, and I was explaining like the spider walk and the bits that are missing out of,
mm.
all the bits that are added, like the whole doctor scene and stuff in the
Which I've just read. I've just read
2001.
the first
Oh,
doctor
okay.
scene in the book works a damn sight better than it does in the
Yeah.
mangled newer version of the film. Where I don't think it works at all. I think there's a reason it was left out for 25 years.
There was a Exorcist reference in here.
Oh, nice.
So, which I was going to say because it's like a weird, you know. Anyway, this is the second book to Mina and the Undead, which is for anyone who's wondering, is about somebody who's from Whitby and moves to New Orleans to live and work with her sister for the summer in a haunted house. And they are basically like
This
the
is the first
actors.
book.
There you go. That's the first one. This is the second book. And in this book, she's reading these like letters from when the haunted house was set up. So the
Okay.
owner left these letters, and it says, "I've decided to use that ability to create a tourist attraction like New Orleans has never seen. I plan to create an experience where people can face their fears in immersive scenes from horror movies, giving them a rush they'll never forget. I've designed sets for some of the favourites, The Exorcist." And it lists a few, and there's a bit further down that says, "I must go. The Exorcist vomit is causing me some difficulty. Perhaps you can suggest a natural dye to give it that distinctive pea green shade." Which I thought was amazing.
It's so weird. She loves
Yeah.
it. She bloody loves a movie reference to McCall, though.
Yes, and there's
Based on
also
reading
just
this one.
a Blockbuster reference as well. Well, they just went to Blockbuster.
Of course they do. I assume it's set the next year or so, is it? So it's 1996?
This is 95 still.
Oh, so it's still 95?
Yeah, this is October 95. So that's the summer, throughout the summer, and then this one's in
Oh, okay, so it follows
October.
directly on. Damn.
Presuming this is about the Exorcist vomit, which I feel like that line does really sum up the you can picture it straight away.
Yep.
Are you going to Mina and the Undead next?
Well, I don't know because yes, because we just talked about Mina, but also, because we were talking about TV shows. The other book I have is a leftover book from the 90s from one of my favorite sci-fi TV shows, which I had to buy on eBay because it's really, really difficult to get.
Oh.
But it is canon to the series, which I've been rewatching, and it tells a story that runs behind the second and third series. So because of the talk of TV shows, I might go to that next.
I'm going to read some of Kingdom of the Feared. What are you reading? Let me change your name.
To Dream in the City of Sorrows. You're not going to be able to fit that in that box.
There you go.
Oh, you are going to be able to fit that in that box. I should have said yes. Babylon 5, Book 9. So
also, is that what it is? It's Babylon 5.
Yes.
Not only is this set in the 90s, it makes so many references to 80s music and TV and films, which I love.
It's like a whistle stop. It's
great.
Bananas just how many references there are in there.
Yeah.
I wonder if she did like a what's it called? David Bowie did it when they were making oblique strategies, where you just put a load of things on cards and then you just pull cards at random times. I wonder if she did that and it was kind of like,
maybe,
right, what happens next? It room, or like,
I was going to say Lost Boys is one of my favourite references.
Lost Boys, or there seems to be a lot of Anne Rice in there.
There's a lot of Anne Rice. I was watching, I think it was Booksnest did a video that went out earlier about her horror collection, like some of her horror books, and Interview with a Vampire is one of them because she's a big fan of Mina and the Undead, and it mentions it so much that she'd never read it, so she decided to pick it up.
I was thinking that. I remember the film, which
I've never seen it.
Riffing.
Yeah.
Well, we should try and track down it because I haven't seen it in a long time. Just to see it again, but I'm probably never going to read the book. I wouldn't have thought, because those books are quite big as well, aren't they? I think the Anne Rice books.
No, Interview with a Vampire is quite short.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's Hattingham?
It's a park, so I'm going to presume that this is an outdoor cinema, which is very cool, and I feel like I want to join now. I didn't know. I'm presuming, I would like to join this. Maybe we should see when it is.
It does sound like that. Also, early 90s.
Yeah.
It's just it's so many references just to stuff in a very weird way as well. Like for someone who was kind of there, some of it's very wrong. In a way, I don't know. It's very oddly nostalgic, and it's kind of pan 90s while trying to be 1995 in a way,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to besmirch McCall's approach to nostalgia writing, but it is weird reading it and just being like, I don't think that'd reach the UK in 1995 or whatever, So.
Well, I have a weird nostalgia because I wasn't actually there.
I think that's what it's for. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I do like it. I think it's really good fun. So.
Me too.
I'm
Can we
curious
do
to
some
see
more
what
reading?
the second one's like. Yes, let's do.
Read till past.
Sure. I don't know what time it is now.
It's now 8 p.m.
Okay, I'll grab my phone again
I'm
so I
gonna
actually have a clock.
do another
Okay, let's
half
do
an
it.
hour. Ready?
Another half an hour, folks. Go.
Enjoy.
Enjoy yourselves.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I didn't want to make you jump.
Well, no, I'm expecting it. It's going to be everyone else that jumps. Watching me scares the crap out of me. So I apologise if we made anybody else jump because I hate that on me. It's like you need a little soft kind of like.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
need like like something to not
A
be.
little gentle chime.
Were you watching the other week? You weren't, were you, when me and Alex were sprinting and I terrified Jez, or I terrified Alex, who then jumped, and then that scared Jez.
I wasn't watching that moment, but I did see some of that one. I think.
Yeah, I think you did it earlier on, and then you weren't watching at that point, and then we were coming back, and Alex and Jez were sat together, and I made Alex jump when I said hi, and then because she jumped, it also terrified Jez. And Amy threw her controller across the room. Sorry, Amy.
Unrelated. She just pitched it across the room.
And I'm sorry that we made you jump, Marlene. But well
Sorry
done
about
for
that.
another 6%. Yeah, there is definitely a better way to do it. I feel like you're right. We need like a soft alarm. Something like that, like a gong.
Oh, boom.
That wouldn't make anyone jump at all.
Yeah, not at all. That would terrify everyone. Yeah.
How did everyone do on those sprints? How did you do?
Me?
You?
I read about 30 pages. This
Oh,
is
me
quite
too.
difficult because it's the writing in it is very small.
Oh yeah, that looks tiny.
It's a proper like old school mass market paperback, and it's just
Nice.
it actually hurts my eyes a little bit, straining to see the
Mm.
tiny text in it. Not like The Exorcist where it was nice and big.
I feel
9
like
pages, not bad.
nine
Not bad.
pages in House of Leaves, I feel like
An
is an
achievement.
achievement. Yeah,
Mm.
that book is it's big. I'm gonna see how many pages it is, but also it's like big format as well. Like
Okay,
it's like square.
the big book.
I wasn't crawling through a dark, creepy spaceship corridor at the moment. That's good.
Mm.
Oh no, hang on, I've just read it with your correction. I don't think I would have jumped if I wasn't crawling through a dark, creepy spaceship corridor. Okay, yeah, that is a bit creepy.
Sorry
And
about
then
that.
all of a sudden having someone talk at you. It's House of Leaves is 710 pages.
Blimey,
There's a
and
lot of pages.
a big book at 710
Yeah.
pages. So I'm putting on my fleecy thing because it's getting a little cold in here.
I was wondering if you were getting a bit cold in there. The heating has come on here.
It's perfectly all right, but it's just during that I was thinking like, oh yeah, I can tell the sun's gone completely outside. So.
Yeah.
For the
It's
record,
very
folks,
dark
I'm in
out
my
there.
garage.
Yeah.
My bat cave. So
You're sat on my chair. How
I'm
dare
sat in
you?
your chair in my garage, yeah, which is now not full of rubbish for once. Although the surrounding area outside of this frame is very much full of rubbish because
We don't
I'm
need to
still
talk
sorting it out
about
in here again. So
it.
just being
No one
truthful.
needs to know.
Just being truthful. I'm sorting out the garage again, probably. So that means the chair
Well,
is very, very accessible.
I have out of frame. I have a whole coat rack because the coat rack that's normally in the hallway, because the bathroom being redone, is in my
Right.
room. So there's some coats over there.
Very good.
Anyway, how did everyone like? Everyone's doing quite well.
Yeah.
6%, 9 pages.
Good work,
I read
everyone. Good work.
about I read about 30 pages as well, I think. Some of it was spicy, some of it was not spicy.
mine was the least spicy ever. It's just like terse, long-winded sci-fi about like different dialects between different castes of alien races, and then a guy
Oh, that's
complaining about his
interesting.
bed not working. So
Oh,
it's that kind of stuff. It's like it's perfect, really, for the show, but it's gonna be a long read. I also have we even mentioned Spoopathon in this? That we're are we
no!
all reading stuff that's
I was
Spoopy?
I was going to say we need to talk about Spoopathon, and that made me think of we need to talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't
Oh
talk
dear.
about Spoopathon.
Oh dear. Anyway, we need to talk about Spoopathon. So yeah, we are both taking part in a readathon called Spoopathon, which is hosted by Spoopy Hole. And it's running throughout the entirety of October, and there is prompts released every week, every Friday, right? Every Friday night.
Certainly, that they came out at like
Going
midnight
into
last night. So
yes,
yeah,
thank you for sharing them with me and
just happened to
everybody.
be looking at YouTube when she posted them.
Nice. Yeah, considering you're not on social media, you got those quite quickly. Actually, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it
But
was
of course
YouTube.
they
You
go
know
to
when they can
YouTube.
do update posts
Yeah,
on
that's
the
a good
YouTube
idea.
app. It
Yeah,
was in those. So I saw them and I was just like, I'll screenshot those.
that's
So
good. So yeah, this week we have library book, which I don't have any library books. I'm presuming you don't either.
I probably have some stolen life. Does that count?
We don't talk about pumpkin orange, in which this is quite pumpkiny orange.
Okay.
However, do you remember what prompt I'm using this for in my mini golf TBR?
I can't remember. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Brown cover.
Okay.
So I
Wow.
feel like I can't do that out of
It
principle.
might be a bit of a yeah.
It's got both on it. There's brown and there's orange
Whatever you need to tell yourself, really. I suppose.
to
I
get
mean,
through.
yeah, whatever. Just to get the points. What was the decision, by the way, on those prompt spaces? You had to do on the
Yeah,
Spoopathon map. What was the final decision on that? Because I've just been reading. I haven't really worried about what I'm trying to fit
I
into what yet.
I think we decided it has to be two separate books.
Okay,
No,
so two separate prompts.
no. Let's go back to this. Thank you for that.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. I think we have to complete two separate prompts, but they can be the same book.
So each space is a prompt, not a book.
Each space is a prompt, not a book. So
Okay.
you can do you can read one book a week, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, you can stack them on one book. So
Okay.
I
I
mean
need to
I've
figure out what
definitely
fits into what at some point, but that can be
I
fixed.
have a lot of overlap because I've read quite a lot this week. I'm doing quite well, so I'm just I need to log mine still. Or I might
Yeah,
do
I
it at
haven't.
the end of the month.
Well, I haven't finished anything yet, so I
Yeah.
can't. But I've got a few ideas for week 2. Well, not week 2, but wave 2, I suppose.
Wave 2, yeah.
But how does it work in terms of points and things? Do you have any idea how that works? Because I know
So
a
each
prompt was so many points.
prompt is 25 points,
Okay.
and bonus prompts are also 25, or each prompt is 50, and bonus prompt was 25. Let me find out.
You had to get 150, didn't you, to clear a wave or something?
You have to get 150 to get through the like door, or whatever it is, which is at the end of. Oh, here we go. Okay. Scoring. Completion of a tile is 25 points, and a prompt is 25 points. So
Okay,
you
so
get
that's
points
50
as
points.
you move through, and you get points for
Right.
the prompts you complete. An alliance-specific prompt is 50 points,
Okay.
and then an extra ammo or like a bonus prompt is 25 points. Yeah.
Makes sense. I will
Um.
forget all of this and do it again when I've finished the books.
Well, maybe we can just save them until the end of the month and log all of ours together and work it all out together.
Sounds like a good idea.
Good plan.
I was going
So
to
there
just
is.
start a note on my phone with the week prompts, just so I had a sense of where things could fit.
Yeah.
Because staring at the screenshots doesn't help me at all. So I'm gonna have a wee think about it. So
There
Or
is
what?
in wave 2, I think, there is some sprints. We're doing good. Here's some sprints.
Oh yeah, this counts. I
And
suppose. I didn't talk about
yeah, this counts. And we have 150 points to heal, so we need 150 points by the end of wave 2. I think that would be maybe,
Okay.
or
But we're on different teams though, right? So we have different specialities.
yeah. So I can't remember what your yeah power is or whatever.
Yeah, because we can skip separate things, can't we, or whatever? Because of
Yes,
that.
I can skip the raid shop bit. I think you
Okay.
can. You can
Apologies if this
bypass
is boring for
specifics.
anyone not doing
Yes,
Spookathon.
I'm so sorry to anyone who's not doing Spookathon. You can bypass the fix weapon tile
Okay.
without points required, and I can bypass the. Oh, I can bypass the heal tile. Cool.
Oh,
So
very good.
I can bypass the first one.
Handy. Although you've read all the books, so it doesn't matter.
I have read a lot of books so far this month. I'm doing good. Better than I expected, and better than I have in a while, which is good.
I'm trying. Although I've got some ideas to make Wave 2 easier because there's that read in a day thing, and I'm just
The
going to be
city
like
break thing.
comics,
Yes,
things like that. So,
it's a good idea.
because these books are going to go all the way through week 2 because I started so late. Well, not that I started so
What
late, but I've just read so little. I suppose.
are you changing your book for the next sprint?
I am. I'm going to move to Mina and the Undead.
Oh, exciting!
I'm that far into it. I'm not referring to it at all.
I am currently typing your name, so I can't see how far you pointed.
Not very.
Oh, cool.
Although I
am
do have a
going
bookmark in this one, which is handy.
Nice. Hi, Alex. We've been moved up now. Strictly, is it Strictly ended now?
It'll be between, won't it, if they come back for the. Oh no, is the
Oh
result
yeah.
tomorrow or is it later? I don't know how they're doing it.
I don't know how it works. I am going to switch to my brown/pumpkiny orange book. Strictly's over. It's over.
It's over. It's done.
It's done. Everyone's gone home. Well, thank you for joining us after Strictly. Are we gonna do what's the time now? It's 8:45. Sprint again till 9:15.
Can do. Can do.
Oh, it's actually 8:43, so we can chat for another 2 minutes.
Okay, what do you want to chat about? I was ready to read. Damn it!
God damn it! I'm very. I mean, we can start the sprints early if you.
No,
like.
I'm fine.
Alex has forced Jez to watch Strictly with us.
He'll get into it. Everyone gets into it. It's perfect Saturday evening entertainment.
I'm sure I would get into it if I decided to.
It's people dancing and sometimes not very well, which helps. But when they do it really well, it's amazing, and when they do it really badly, it's amazing. So
yes,
how can
that's
you not
true.
like
That
that?
is very true. I do enjoy clips that I see. And who was it? Who was in it that year when we watched some of it? We watched like a random episode of it. Bill
Bailey.
Bill Bailey. Thank you.
He was.
That was good. He was good.
So much better than you'd think Bill Bailey would be.
Yeah.
And he put the work in, so that was quite charming in a way.
It was.
I can't think who won that one, but
I have no idea.
I often forget.
Was that only last year or was that the year before? I forget. Time is soup.
No, because I don't think I watched much of it last year, so it must have been the year before.
Well,
I remember seeing some around Christmas when it was finishing, and just thinking like I completely fell out of this last year because I don't know. It's perfect Saturday night entertainment. I'm just not often watching TV on a Saturday night.
I'm not often watching
I have to
TV.
catch up on everything. Well, I suppose that's true as well. It's like I was catching up with Bake Off during the day the other day a bit until Channel 4
well, I do watch that.
app failed me. So I've seen a bunch of that now. I think I'm up to date. I might be one behind.
Who's your favourite? Is it Carol?
It's Carol, the
Compost Carol, the West
Compost
Country
Carol, the West
Carol.
Country lady. She's pretty good. She's pretty good.
Hi,
I'm
Amy.
trying to think who else.
We
Who
will,
else is.
we will definitely do sprints together soon. I hope you're enjoying our sprints too.
Oh wow!
And we are
Did
enjoying the
someone?
books.
Hopefully, someone went over and left a comment on theirs, and the real party was over here. So that's what I said. I'm about to read your.
Thank you for popping over. I have read some
um,
of Mina and the Slayers tonight, and I'm enjoying it. Anyway,
be aware ahead of
we
me. Have we blasted through our minute now?
we have.
We should be
Should
starting then. It's reading time, folks. None of this
reading
nonsense.
time.
Grab your books. I'm going to eat a
See you
cookie.
in
With
half an hour. Oh, it's a good idea.
I'm going to try and do the boop 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 thing to not scare anyone this time. So, but I'll have to wait for Beth to unmute it. So we'll see.
Let's see how it works.
Go
Enjoy
very
your reading.
badly. Speeding up. Something's gonna happen.
You sound like you're a kettle.
A kettle?
Yeah.
Weird kettle do you have that goes boom, boom, boom?
No, you're reaching boiling point.
Oh, right, fair enough.
You're
That's
gonna boil.
like a bomb going off or something. But yeah, I
Or
suppose
that,
it's the same
yeah.
thing.
Anyway, hopefully that scared people less or didn't scare anyone at all.
Scared people more because they thought their kettle was going to boil or something.
Yeah, well, a bomb was gonna go
The bomb was going to go. I'm
What are you
I'm
looking at?
suddenly wondering if I own the Burbs on my DVDs and
Oh
things in the
yeah.
back here. Well, there was a lot of talk of the Burbs in that, and I haven't watched the Burbs in a long time, and I think I own it on Blu-ray, but I can't see it. Suddenly want to read it, to watch it. Sorry.
Marlene says thanks for the boops.
You're welcome, Marlene. You're very welcome.
And you read 5% again, which is good.
I read about 3 chapters of that. I was quite enjoying it. Actually, it's quite good. So curious to know where it's going. There's definitely groundwork being laid for intrigue later, and
How
it makes
far
me want to
through are
watch the
you?
Burbs.
How far through are you now?
Oh, not very far. I'm still very much in the first quarter of it. I forget. Was that chapter 5?
Nice.
So, but towards the end of chapter 5.
Just about managed to reach page 100.
Ah.
I'm now on page 100 of 380, 390, 394? 394.
I haven't checked how long any of these are.
I think Mina's like exactly 400 pretty much. If I remember
Acknowledgement
rightly.
is 296.
Oh, exactly.
Closer
Yeah,
to
pretty much
300.
exactly 300. Sorry. Yeah.
This Wee Nightmare is
Mina and the Slayers is quite thick.
337. And then The Exorcist is as long as the version.
Mina and the Slayers is pretty much exactly 400.
Aha!
It's 402.
Slightly thicker.
Or 4.
Do you know, is there an intention to do a third one? Is it going to be a trilogy or is it?
I don't actually know. I don't know. I don't know if there's been an announcement. Where is Amy McCall when you need her?
Suddenly we'll see if she's here. The announcement is on this stream.
It's on the other stream.
I'm doing 5 more books. I don't know. I mean, I assume a trilogy would make sense, wouldn't it? But I suppose the second one's only just come out. Why would you trump the thunder of that?
There isn't an announcement that I've seen, and there isn't a third one that I know of. But that is not to say that there won't be a third one.
Doesn't want to spoil the end of the second one, I suppose. Just in case.
Yeah.
So,
it has only just come out.
If anybody can tell me if I own the Burbs on Blu-ray,
I'm very sorry that I don't know.
I feel like I bought it because Arrow put it out, and I think I bought it in one of their sales, or I meant to, but I can't see it. But I own too many bloody things on DVD and Blu-ray.
And you're looking at them from, I was going to say across the room, but you're not really. It's not that far.
A reasonable distance, enough to be able to pick out colours and shapes, but they're also all stacked up very badly with other things in front of them. So it would probably be quicker to search my email to see if I got like a receipt saying I ordered it than it would be to look at the piles of rubbish on here to see if I own it. But either way, I might basically. Amy McCall still is on here. You've just sold me 1 ticket to a screening of the Exorcist, screening of the Burbs in my own living room. So
in your own living room.
Because I'm mentioning the Burbs in that thing. I haven't seen the Burbs in years.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen the Burbs?
Do I get a ticket too?
Oh, I'm just debating whether you need to see the Burbs with you actually like it. So I don't know. Actually. Yes, maybe you do need to see the Burbs.
I
It's
get
it's
every
it's very
living room treat.
unusual mid-80s comedy. So very unusual. Anyway, I'll find out if I own it later on somewhere in this pile of rubbish.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Alex. That's annoying.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, me too.
Folks,
I told
we're
you
gonna go
I told you that one that nearly went into the side of me last weekend, right?
Yes.
Mm. Fun. Well, I'm glad you got home safe, and I hope you're not traumatized, Alex.
It's rubbish as well. Just tap your brakes; they'll back off.
Yeah, there was a dickhead trying to overtake me coming off a roundabout in a fast lane, but it goes immediately to 30, and he was doing like 45. So I just I didn't like cut him off, but I kind of drifted over a little bit to try and show him that like it wasn't going to cut ahead of me because the fast lane was ending and it was going in. And then he was like right on my arse, so I just slammed on my brakes, and he got the picture. I'm back to
That's what I would do. Or I have done. I had something similar, but it was just an idiot in like a BMW who decided to then not speed. And as the lanes merged, we were just sat alongside each other. It's just like, well, what are we doing then?
Yeah,
I literally looked across at him. I was like,
yeah,
what are we doing? Because like, if you're
yeah,
going to go, get on with it. If I'm going to go, I'm going to get on with it. Because
exactly.
otherwise, there's not going to be enough road. So,
I don't understand when people do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't quite understand those things when it goes from two lanes on a traffic light just straight into into nothing.
Yeah.
Seems a bit
Or it's especially because there's a one not far from where that guy was trying to overtake me, where the fast lane is on the left,
right.
and well, the lane that merges in is on the left. The left-hand
Oh,
lane
really?
merges
Okay.
in rather than the right.
Rare.
I think it's kind of just the design of where the houses are on the street. It's hard to explain.
Right.
I
think I get it.
I have driven down there with you, but on the way back from Wales, but you probably don't remember. It's a random road, but I think it's just where their like houses are. It just happens that it's the road is straight in the right-hand lane. So if that makes sense, like it's straight ahead. Yeah. Confusion.
I hope everyone's enjoying this episode of Talk About Roads.
This is what you tuned in for, right?
I'm glad you're okay though, Alex. I hope
I hope
it hasn't shook you up. I'm sorry we turned that into 10 minutes.
A whole tangent.
Rubbish.
Yeah. We can do that. We do that quite well.
Yeah. me especially, mostly being the
What are you gonna read in your final sprint? We're gonna do a final sprint, guys.
We're going to do one last sprint, apparently. I'm going to nip upstairs. I'm going to get a couple of issues of a comic called Maniac of New York.
Nice.
Which I've had for a while and I haven't read yet. I actually own the follow-up series, Maniac in New York. I think it's called Rumble in the Bronx. I own 5 issues of both series on spec. But I haven't read either of them yet. I bought them both on spec as issues as they were coming out. So I'm going to finally dive into that because that's appropriate to this a-thon, I think. And I might count it for, I don't know why this popped into my head, but it was the book that popped into my head on the list of current prompts for Wave 2 that said, reminds you of the host. And Maniac of New York was the first thing that jumped into my head. Don't know why.
That is, so interesting.
Maniac of New York reminds me of Spoopy Hole.
Yeah, when you said the host, I thought of the Stephanie Meyer book.
I
was like, that's an incredibly specific prompt.
No, I think I don't think
it reminds you of
that,
a host.
The host.
Yeah,
a host of the a-thon, not
the readathon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny because I don't think of the Stephanie Meyer one. I think there's a Korean film called The Host.
Interesting. Yeah, which I That was my first thought, but then I think of that being the same thing as the Stephanie Meyer book.
There was a
this is
film.
another. I want to read a Blake Crouch book that I think Mitchell bought actually. Dark Matter. I would like to read. Are you enjoying it? Yeah, I think Mitchell bought that, and I was like, oh, I'd like to read that at some point.
Who is Blake Crouch? I don't know the name.
Another sci-fi author.
Oh.
I think mostly does sci-fi. Yeah, like dark sci-fi. I think thriller sci-fi, maybe. Is it
No,
even sci-fi? No, it's not sci-fi.
Not long-winded discussions of alien dialects.
No, it is sci-fi.
Okay.
Going off the Goodreads genre. Yeah, Dark Matter I would like to read. I've heard good things about, and Mitchell picked it up in a charity shop.
Dark Matter, Recursion, and Upgrade are all great sci-fi book names. Recursion, especially. What a word! What a word! So, also, on Mina and the Undead, I'm reading that in my head with my voice in my head. You know how that works.
Your voice has your
my head voice. Yeah, you know, not the voices, but you know the voice.
Oh no, different thing.
Not the voices. It reminded me that there's no audiobook for this, and I said I'd make one.
Yeah, so, yeah.
When I finish it, I'm really enjoying it actually, and I just can't think what Jared's voice would be because it's described as being odd and unplaceable, and then he's announced as being from Honolulu or something, isn't it? So I need to think what that voice would be, unless I just do it in my Shatner-esque tones. The whole thing.
We'll see. And everybody says this. You have a very good voice, and I feel like you'd be a very good audiobook reader.
Lots of heavy science talk going on. These books are so exciting. Interesting.
Like
interesting to mix those two things, because like heavy sci-fi talk, as someone who likes Dune and read Solaris recently, like that sort of terse, slow sci-fi, like heavy sci-fi, it usually isn't very action-based. So someone who's managed to make those two things work is quite an achievement. So good for them. I might investigate some of that. Blake Crouch.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing a book. Sorry.
I need to go upstairs and grab some comics in a minute. But
well, I was thinking now, you said you're going to read comics. I'm tempted to read this. Because I bought this in Gaze the Word last time. I was in Gaze the Word, and it is a very short graphic novel by Tillie Walden, who wrote On a Sunbeam.
You think you can do it in half an hour?
Less than that.
Okay, shit. How long is it?
I think I could read this. I don't know if it actually has page numbers. I think I could read that and something else, or and a bit of something else. It's 68 pages.
All right. Okay. So I've got to do 2 issues of Maniac of New York to even get close to that. 25 to 27 pages an issue. Assuming I can find both of them, else I'll just be upstairs.
Yeah, that's true.
10 minutes. There's piles of comics everywhere up there, folks. I've got like a damn near a year's worth of unread comics, I would think, up there. So, okay. So we're going to do one last one.
Yeah.
Starting in like 5 minutes or something. Oh no, in a minute.
Yeah, in a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Update the names on there, and I'm going to go and try and find some comics.
What am I putting yours as? Comics.
Maniac of New York.
I wanted to just put comics.
All right, just put comics. That's fine.
No, I'm not.
Mark reads comics.
Comics.
If I had a shop, a comic book shop, it would be called Mark Reads Comics. I'd like that.
I've put comics in
comics. I like comics. Comics are the best. It blends words and pictures. Like you sort of films and TV and stuff. What a ludicrous thing.
Will that be your the like tagline of your shop? It blends words.
It blends words and pictures. No, it'd be like the old man talks too much while you're trying to browse things.
Shall we?
Okay, I'm gonna go and look at comics, and I'm gonna grab something else to drink. We're not just gonna stop dead after this. I assume we're gonna have more
No,
chat.
no,
Are we?
we're gonna have a little chat after half an hour of
Okay.
sprinting,
Then we'll try not to
reading.
scare anyone on the comeback.
Okay, we're
I'll
gonna
do
do
my
another
boops again.
beat boop.
I'll try and do my beep boops again.
See you in half an hour, everyone.
See you in half an hour, everyone.
Hi. Imagine if someone tuned in right now.
They'd probably tune out again, wouldn't they?
We're like, nope.
Nope. Whatever's happening
Don't
here
know
isn't for me at 10 o'clock on a
don't know
Saturday
what's
night.
going on there.
I'm
How
going
did
to
you do?
finish this series tonight. So
Hmm?
I'm going to put that there. But then when we're done, I'm actually just going to sit here and finish the series. It's quite good.
I'm glad.
I like it. I like it.
Right.
I had read some of it. I realise now, picking it up again. I think I must have read issue 1 when it was new to see what it was about,
Mm.
and then yeah. So I've just burnt through a chunk of it. It's really good. It's just like a little simple, compact horror movie thing. So most of it's set on a train.
Oh, interesting.
So I couldn't find anything
Um,
more than issue 1 of. It's called the Bronx is Burning, not Rumble in the Bronx, which was also a film. So Rumble in the Bronx was a Jackie Chan film.
both good names.
Yeah, but I bought all of it. I think so, but so I'll have to wait until another week to read that. How's everyone else doing?
Marlene did
Oh,
another 3%. So I think you've done 20% overall tonight, which is a very good chunk. How's everyone else done?
very good.
I read this in less than 5 minutes.
Holy shit!
It's very much like entire.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Splash pages and things.
yeah, like the whole thing is just like
Okay.
it's essentially like the course of a relationship.
Yeah. For the record, mine
Um,
looks like this. Like a lot of people being
you have
murdered
a lot.
murdered on a train. So
You also have a lot more to read. Like this is literally just like a couple of words on a page, and some pages just don't have any words at all.
there's not a lot of dialogue in this, and actually, it's not that detailed in terms of the type of thing. It's like literally maniac swings a thing, goes, like. So it's pretty good. It's interesting to see it like a slasher thing done as comics. Actually, it probably has been done before, but I can't think of many examples of. So very, very different comics we're reading.
Yes, I mean this. I must say though, this nearly made me cry,
Oh,
which I feel like is very. It's. I applaud it for doing that with what it has.
okay.
If that makes sense, but I feel like it was very well done.
5
And it's
minutes well
very much.
spent, everyone.
Yes. I did really like it though.
What did you read for the rest of the half an hour?
I read some of this, another couple of chapters, and then I read
What? One page? One?
I think maybe 1%. But
1%.
either or, it is one is better than none.
Oh, yeah.
And yay, this is good. I have not worked out what I've read over the course of this evening because I'm surrounded by books. Do you know what you've read over the course of the evening?
Some books and
Same.
some comics. I don't know. Let's say
1 page. 1 page is better than no page. It's still
30,
progress.
60, 90, 100 140 pages, maybe, if you count the comic
Cool.
pages.
Yeah, I
Be worse.
might be around the same. I don't know. I only started this today, but I think I was like 40 pages in when we started, and now 94. So say 50, 55 of that, 34 of this,
Very good.
68 of that. So that's what 150, and then I don't know, 20 of this maybe.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, actually,
Not
I
bad,
think I
not
was
bad.
only 50 pages into this before.
I never did get that tea, but never mind. I can have one afterwards.
I did have a tea very early on.
I saw you with one, and I thought I'll go and get one of those, and then I never did. But there's time enough of the evening yet left for tea.
Yeah.
So.
I'm trying to find where I was earlier.
Yeah, I've just closed
around 50
the
pages
comic
in.
I was reading, but
Oh.
I can find my place again. It's not difficult. So.
I am now on chapter. Start of chapter 7. So that works out probably. Yay! I hope you're enjoying it as well. I felt like we've done good work, everybody. I hope everyone enjoyed the
damn sight more reading than I would have done if we hadn't done this.
These sprints are good. They're very motivating.
Yeah, I usually am lurking in them when you do them, but often I'm not reading because I'm usually in the middle of some other piece of rubbish, whereas tonight was just a matter of saying, right, I'm not doing anything else. I'm just gonna, sit here and read. So I planned it out. I got my chair, got my array of pumpkin-y things.
I love it.
And
very spoopy.
Spoopy, went all spoopy.
You're welcome, Marlene. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. It's been really fun, and we've gotten a lot of reading done. And yeah, I really like sprints. Even like now, whenever I'm reading in the day, pretty much I put sprints on in the background or like recorded sprints.
Okay.
So, Gavin has one, which you might have seen where he's just reading for 2 hours, but it's 25-minute chunks.
Is that the one where he's on the bed? I've seen this still.
Yeah. And then in the 5-minute breaks in between, he's just like playing with the cats or like looking around his like room or like the library, like all of his bookshelves and stuff. But it's all ambient sound and music, so it's very relaxing. And I feel like being timed 25 minutes really helps me read. So.
Well, I plan to make more time for this now. I have more time generally, so.
Good.
Rather than the panicked reading of September for Bookopoly-thon, which for the record I didn't. I was supposed to read Mina for that, but I didn't manage it. But I did 5 out of 6, whatever. We'll do an update video at some point on that.
We will do an update video on our Bookopoly-thon at some point when we see each other finally.
No, together,
not together over screen. Have you enjoyed being part of the sprint though, live for the first time?
I have.
On the books are everywhere.
I have greatly enjoyed my I was about to say first appearance, but it's not my first appearance. My first sprints on the books
live
everywhere.
Appearance.
And we will do this again.
I was going to say I am only 1 subscriber away from 200 if anyone wants to subscribe, but somebody's unsubscribed from me in the last couple hours, so I'm 2 away from 200. If 2 people want to join, that would be lovely.
Cut someone off with my booping. Sorry, cost you a subscriber.
Oh well.
That's the danger, isn't it? You're like, I've hit 200 or whatever, and then someone approaches you like, crap.
Yeah.
You got to wait until you're in the 210s or something before you announce it.
Before you celebrate.
Yeah, otherwise it's very easily stolen away by some dickhead who's just like, unsubscribe. Not that I've done that.
Thank you to all of you who are already subscribed to me.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I appreciate that as well.
It wasn't a subscriber grab, was it?
No.
Okay. Oh, I never looked to see whether I own the Burbs. Hang on a minute. Let's finish on that. I was going to check my email to see whether I had a receipt for having bought it. Come on, the Burbs.
And I think me and Alex are planning on doing some sprints for Spoopathon at some point, which will probably be on her channel, which is Ace Alex, if anyone else wants to join us over there. We tend to do like a stream a month on alternate channels, so this is a one-off special guest.
What? Do I not get to come back?
No, of course. Of course you do.
Good.
It would be unethical of you. Well, I'm glad you're all subscribed to me. Thank you.
It doesn't look like I own the Burbs on Blu-ray, but it's
Oh,
$4.99 on Apple,
mm,
whatever we call
gimmick.
Apple Gimmick, on the Apple Gimmick. So I might own it come later tonight, and I might sit there and watch it, and then we can watch it at some point.
That sounds good.
I'm surprised I don't own it, but maybe the offer wasn't good enough. I'm going to end up tearing these shelves apart just to check.
Yeah.
I think so. But
On that
it's $4.99
note,
on the thing, so I'm going to go and tear my shelves apart, everyone. You enjoy the rest of your Saturday night. I'll be drowning in DVDs and Blu-rays, a couple of VHS tapes.
thank you all for joining. And yeah, we'll see you again with more sprints. Maybe on Alex's channel.
Maybe on mine.
Mark,
No,
Mark will be back. There he is.
Riverside, you're on. Right. Thanks,
Night,
everyone.
everybody. Bye.